Day 4.
What's up, Block fam? In the shop here at Seminole Harley-Davidson today, and we are working once again on the Sportster, the OG Iron, previously 883, currently Hammer Performance 1275 120 horsepower kit with a D&D pipe. We've got Saddleman seat. We're gonna have a dyno tuner on it. So in today's episode, we are continuing the build for it. We are basically putting a new clutch in it, so performance clutch, so that it'll actually put down the power instead of slipping. So we do have a Screaming Eagle clutch that we're going with. We're trying out for now. Got a human octane booster, good stuff there. The new plug wires, which I went ahead and already put on. Plug wires from DK Customs. The way that the seat sets, it's very low profile, and so I'm really not liking it with these bars. I plan on taking these bars off anyways. So I've got some new bars over there, which I'm gonna swap out. Also in the shop, as per normal, this super cool guy, master level technician, 25 plus years experience, Chris Sick Whiteglard. You guys be sure to go give him a follow at Sick Whiteglad on Instagram. He's basically gonna be working on the clutch while I'm working on the bars. We're trying to get this thing wrapped up and running today. Roll the intro, let's get to it. Much gooder. Drag bars on, looking much gooder for that profile once the tank and the seat is on. Chris is over here cranking away on the clutch stuff.
I'm interested to see what this puts out.
Same. We're getting close, almost there.
A few moments later.
Making our way. I've got most of the bars connected up. Gonna be connecting throttle cables here in just a second. Got the brake line on, tighten, just need to bleed the line.
What'd you say drag spec was? 260? 240 to 260, so we've got you set at 250.
Chris is handing this one over to me because I got bigger guns.
You're gonna pull 250 foot-pounds. Now, first and foremost, you can seriously hurt yourself if you're getting close to that and you're not quite there and you slip off on the socket brakes. So, be mentally prepared for where your arm may go if you were to slip off. Clear that area. And also, you're going to want to look out for this guy. Not slip off or run into that as you're pulling.
Okay.
So you realize your swing room is in an odd place unless you think you have enough balls to lift. Right. Which would be rather silly. So, there you go. Double check. Just pull. There you go. Good job. Woo.
200 pound torque feels like
250.
50. That onesie though.
that blockhead swag on the baby.
All right. Looking fresh.
Fresh to death.
All right, guys. Current status: we've got it pretty much all back together. We just need to put oil in it. I need to go walk Zuko up. All right, to the dyno room.
There are a few parts that we didn't record of the installation. For the most detailed installation instructions, go to Hammer Performance's website. I'll be sure to drop the link in the description. We also followed the correct break-in procedure, which you guys can see what that break-in procedure is on Hammer Performance's website. We broke it in before getting it on the dyno, followed all their instructions, and we are now to the tuning section of it, where they provide you a base tune to basically start your tune from.
And we're in the dyno room. Since I have Zuko, I can't be in here because it'll hurt his little ears. So I'm gonna set the camera up right about now. Let Chris work his magic.
Eventually.
All right, guys, so Chris is gonna go take the bike for a spin, make sure it all runs well and good and stuff. We'll see what his first reaction is. I'm excited to see what it's like, seeing as how it has like, what, almost triple the amount of horsepower that it started with.
I know it has more power than your 110 had out the box. And it's possible it has more power than your 110 ever had.
110?
Didn't you have a, you didn't have a 110?
Oh, the dyno?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, put that in perspective, see? You only did a stage 1 on that 110, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this beats it. We know that.
Yeah, that was a fast-ass bike, too. I remember being on that for the first time thinking like, oh my God. So yeah, the fact that this is faster than the dyno Lowrider S. What do the kids say now? Sheesh. Sheesh. Everybody always asks what this fancy little helmet Chris has is.
It's no name. It's a size small.
It's a warning helmet.
That's it.
It's a warning. This helmet is not a helmet. Oh shit, it actually says, helmet does not meet any safety standards of any description.
Hey man, don't tell my secrets.
Thoughts?
Let it run out to red line. Right before red line, it's on. About 3,500 and up, man. It's gone. You gonna give it a try?
Sure. All right, guys, taking this thing for a ride first try. See what it feels like. Glad it's got drags back on it. It's back to that like OG Sportster status. Blockhead OG. You on this side. Damn, that clutch is tough. All right, here we go. Oh man, that clutch is very, very tough. All right, let's see how well this seat actually sticks. Woo! Dang. Alright guys, it's a different day and we are in the dyno room. You guys don't see the actual timeline. It looks all nice because we package it up into a video for y'all to see through, and like this actually takes like this whole thing has been months. Yeah, definitely months. But yeah, we like to present it to you guys so that it's viewable. Yeah, we're still waiting on parts. So we're gonna go ahead, do a couple pulls, see what the current power numbers are, let you guys see it, hear it, and then we'll look at the power numbers. And we've got a little bit more explaining to do regarding the components and kind of the process thus far with the Hammer 1275.
Where the numbers are at.
Yeah. Yep.
Eventually.
All right, there we go, guys. So tuned up, couple pulls. This is the best pull that we had. That's what the graph looks like from the Dynojet run. We are using a Dynojet Power Vision in the tuning. Shout out Dynojet. That's what the horsepower and torque curves look like. You guys can see up top here at about 6.5, 7,000, we start to taper off, and that is because the engine needs more air, which brings us into hitting that max power of 110 horsepower, and then we're at 86.08 torque. So we called Hammer, talked to them, and whenever we originally set out to do the Sportster here, they had recommended the 110 horsepower kit. I called them back and was like, actually, let's do the 120 horsepower kit, because Chris wanted to go big like he always does. He wants to make bikes scary to ride, because that's his thing, I guess. In going after that 120, we just talked on the phone, and so whenever we talked about going from the 110 to the 120, they redid the invoice. They threw in a little bit more of like the headwork and stuff, but one of the things that got kind of lost in the communication for some reason was the throttle body. So this is the stock throttle body on the bike. It's basically just been ported, right? Correct. With the 120 horsepower kit, they actually send a Horsepower Inc. throttle body. The new one is 51 millimeter. I want to say the stock one is like 45 or...
Is it? It might be.
So like,
it might be small.
Yeah, 40 something millimeter, whereas Horsepower Inc. offers a 51 millimeter, and then they also offer a 55 millimeter. Hammer Performance goes with the Horsepower Inc. 51 millimeter, and then they take it, and it's the throttle body as well as the manifold, and then they port it, polish it, make sure the surfaces are mated or something, right? And then send it out for the 120 horsepower kit. So I called up Hammer, told him that we wanted that extra bump in horsepower since we're going for that 120 horsepower. That alone should give us an extra 8 to 10 horsepower as per their website. And that's pretty much what we're missing here in the 110 that we're seeing.
See, we're limited right at about 68 to 7,000 RPMs. There's just nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing left.
And that's that little flat spot there where it goes straight across. That's the engine wanting more air. So we've got that on the way.
Their 120 kit online showed 130.
Yeah.
Pull, and I don't know who pulled it, but you did the research on that. What did they have that we did not or was not put out there?
They sell the 120 horsepower kit, but then they show you a dynograph on their website, which is 130 something horsepower, which is one of the best runs that I guess they've had. And that was done on like a 2004 Sportster, but it also had a crank, and the crank was done from
flywheel.
Yeah.
It had spoke wheels, which are a little bit lighter than the cast.
Yeah. So they're saying if you do spoke wheels instead of the mags, so these being the mags, if you do spoke, they say you get an extra 5 horsepower because it's less mass.
Who said that?
One of the guys at Hammer, yeah.
Okay. I know you're gonna pick up sound 5. It sounds a bit much, but they would probably know more than I do. Between those two changes, we should be able to meet that 130 or then some. Who knows?
Those two changes?
If you want to do what they showed, it would take a flywheel and a spoke wheel, or a much lighter cast wheel, maybe a carbon fiber wheel.
I don't know if I want to. Man,
you totally paused, man. Nobody could see what you just did. Your brain was like,
my brain is like, no.
like,
dude,
do I want to? Because I do, but no, I don't.
I mean,
there was a moment of like, yeah, and no.
Yeah, there's a moment of like, let's get the throttle body and see what happens. I really don't want to redo the wheels, man. Like, we got the wheels like done up especially for this bike, you know.
We won't do that. There's no need.
We're gonna get the throttle body, or the Horsepower Inc. 51 millimeter throttle body and manifold, and then we'll do another video following up, installing that, seeing what the power numbers are. Hopefully we can get it, you know, close to 120 with that.
I would like to see 120. Yeah. I would think we should be able to get there with 51 millimeter.
As per their website, the person that got 130 horsepower, they did the crank as well, which I really wasn't wanting to go into like the bottom end of the bike.
Right, you said that from the beginning.
Yeah, too. Like I was just wanting to see what we could do like top end wise, and but so
now that you see the number, I gotta mess with you and say, you know.
I know.
Plus they ran it out to 8,000. Now obviously we're not gonna get anywhere to go to 8,000 because we're already peaked on our power. But once we put the throttle body on, we might want to stretch that out to 8,000 and see if we can build any more. Yeah. That's why I was saying 120 should be doable.
Just based on like the angle here, it should pretty much, even at 7.5, it should kind of hit 120. from the looks of it.
If it kept climbing, theoretically, even if it peaked here, you're gonna get 120 real easy. So if we can at least break that before we peak.
And the quest continues. But once again, transparency and all the stuff that we're doing, showing you guys everything that we're going through. Throttle body and manifold in this case is going to make a difference of, you know, 10 horsepower. We were thinking that we were purchasing the 120 kit, but the fact that those pieces got left out knocked us down. Essentially, we got the 110 horsepower kit,
which we're right on point for that.
Yeah,
we're right there, 110.
So yeah, basically, essentially the package that we got was the 110 kit, and we're hitting pretty much right at 110. We actually got a run of 111 even that we're just not showing here because it accidentally got it got deleted on accident. That's the quest of the OG Iron. We'll continue making videos on it. Throttle body and manifold is on order, so hopefully we should be getting that soon. And we've got a couple other things to do to it. I am going to work a little bit more on the aesthetics. I've got a bolt cover kit that we're going to throw on, more powder coating done for some of the controls and whatnot, just to kind of put those little fine touches on it. So between performance, aesthetic, we've gone a long way. You guys saw whenever it was stripped back down to just cases for the most part. And then we're also thinking about possibly redoing the front end, just because the compression on the front forks with this amount of power on the bike.
Leave it in the comments. Should we put a Gixxer front end on it or no?
Yeah. So as per Blockhead crew, yeah, they were recommending to throw a Gixxer front end on it, which means inverted front forks, dual discs, better brakes, and then there's like a special, what is it, the bolt that goes through the neck that you can buy that is basically like an adapter. So we'll see. It's either that or somebody also mentioned a XR 1200 maybe.
Yeah, flat track.
Flat track. Yeah, it has
flat track with the
inverted.
XR.
Yeah, we got a couple options. I'm just really tired of making projects bigger than it always works that way, man. If you guys have any questions on it, as always, be sure to drop them down in the comments below. Let us know, and we'll answer to the best of our knowledge. As always, big thanks to Chris, Sick Wide Glide, master level technician, 25 years experience, super cool guy. You guys go on his Instagram, latest post, tell him how cool he is.
Don't do it.
Just comment hashtag igloo, or just
thank you all for not doing it.
Just comment igloo and then like a little snow emoji or something.
Nope.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this though.
It's too hot here to be that cool.
It is pretty damn hot here. I'm almost starting to sweat. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episodes though. I hope they've been insightful. That's what we always try to do with these episodes, is to basically showcase the actual experience. If you guys are considering doing this, I want to be like 110% transparent with you guys throughout the entire process. So that's pretty much where we're at, and we'll follow up with next couple episodes regarding squeezing that extra little horsepower and stuff out of it. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button for me. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon as well, so it sends you. Hit the bell icon as well, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.